Hello and welcome to my channel Cocina de Conchis. Thank you for watching this video. Today we are going to make guiso, pasta, and chicken salad. Here are the ingredients you will need. Take a picture so you don't have to write anything down for grocery shopping. We are going to start with the guiso. For the guiso, we need 545 grams of pork tenderloin. I bought this one at Price Cutter. It comes with 2 pieces. I just use one and save the other one. If you are going to invite another family, then make them both and then just duplicate the ingredients. We need 86 grams of guajillo dried peppers. I bought this bag at Walmart. We need 26 grams of de arbol dried peppers. You can get them at Walmart or at any Mexican store. 36 grams of abuelita chocolate, which is the smallest version. If you only have the bigger size or can't find the smaller size, then just use half of the big one. 1 cinnamon stick. 3/4 of Coca-Cola. 3 tablespoons of crushed saltine crackers. I got these oyster crackers because they are smaller and easier to crush. I bought them at Walmart. 2 bay leaves. The juice from 1 large orange and 1/4 of the orange peel. The first thing we are going to do is place the arbol and the guajillo peppers in a bowl. We are going to cut the guajillo peppers in 3 pieces each so that they are easier to blend. Make sure you rinse your peppers. I'm not sure why I didn't record that part, but please rinse them very well. Now we are going to add 5 cups of hot water and leave them to soak while we work on the next step. Now we are going to add a handful of these oyster crackers in a Ziploc bag and use a rolling pin to crush them as fine as we can. Take 3 tablespoons and set them on the side in a small container to use later. Now we are going to cut the tenderloin in small squares. Like I had mentioned before, this package came with 2 pieces of tenderloin, so I'm going to save one and cut the other. Now we are ready to blend our soaked peppers. I'm going to add 2 large garlic cloves and blend everything very well. Now in a pan, add 2 tablespoons of lard or oil and let it heat. I personally like lard better. The lard is ready, so now we can add the 545 grams of tenderloin. Add 1 teaspoon of salt and let the tenderloin cook very well. We need to end up with a nice brown color. Make sure it doesn't stick by stirring it constantly. We need it to cook evenly. The tenderloin is ready, so we can now add the blended peppers using a strainer so that we don't include the seeds. We need to add the 36 grams of abuelita chocolate, the cinnamon stick, the 2 bay leaves, the juice of 1 large orange, 1/4 of the orange peel, 3 tablespoons of crushed oyster or saltine crackers, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2½ teaspoons of salt, and 3/4 cups of Coca-Cola. Now we let it boil for about 15 minutes on low heat so that all the flavors can mix together nicely. After the 15 minutes, make sure you pull out the orange peel, the bay leaves, and the cinnamon stick, or it might get bitter. Our 15 minutes are up and our guiso is ready. And this is how our guiso looks. Now we are ready to make the pluma pasta. And here is your shopping list. We will need 1 tomato, 1/4 of an onion, a teaspoon of tomato bouillon, a teaspoon of chicken bouillon, 1/2 square of consommate, 4 ounces of tomato sauce, 12 grams of chorizo. I am using this one I found at Walmart, but the chorizo from a Mexican store is so much better. And 2 bags of pluma pasta. This pasta is sold at the Mexican stores, but you can use any other kind of pasta that you want. The first thing we are going to do is cook the pasta. We are going to use 10 cups of water. Add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder and 3 tablespoons of salt. We are going to stir and let the water boil. Our water is boiling now, so now we can add the 2 bags of pasta. Stir constantly so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Don't let it overcook or you are going to have mashed pasta. Our pasta is ready, so now we need to drain it. Turn the cold water on and little by little remove the water and drain it completely. I do it little by little because the water is really hot and I don't want to have plumbing issues with my sink. Set the pasta aside and move on to the next step. Now in the blender, we are going to add the 2 medium cloves of garlic, the onion, the tomato, and the 1/2 cup of hot water. Now we are going to blend them together very well. Now we need to cook the pasta sauce. Add 2 tablespoons of lard or oil in a pan and let it heat up. The lard is hot and ready. Now we can carefully add the ingredients we blended. We are going to let them boil for about 2 minutes. Add the chicken bouillon, the tomato bouillon, and the 1/2 square of consommate. Make sure they dissolve completely. We are going to let it boil for a little bit. Add the 12 grams of chorizo and make sure it dissolves completely. Now we can add the 4 ounces of tomato sauce. Add 2 tablespoons of the guiso we just made. And finally, add the half a teaspoon of salt and let it cook for a few minutes so all the flavors can mix. Our sauce is ready, and I know that because it is thicker now. Now we can add the pasta, and we need to make sure all the pasta is covered with the sauce. We are done with our pasta, and this is what it looks like. Now it's finally time to make my favorite recipe, the chicken salad. We will need 2 cups of finely chopped cabbage, 1 cup of drained corn, 1 cup of drained canned potatoes, 1 cup of drained canned carrots, 1 cup of drained canned peas, 1 cup of pickled jalapenos, 16 ounces of chicken or tuna, 1 cup of Mexican McCormick mayo. This salad is so delicious with this mayo. We are also going to need 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. In a large bowl, we are going to add the 2 cups of finely chopped cabbage. Don't chop it too big or too tiny, just medium. Add the cup of carrots, the cup of corn, one cup of potatoes, 1 cup of peas, add 16 ounces of chicken or tuna. I used tuna this time, but honestly you can't tell if it's tuna or chicken. It tastes like chicken. If you don't like tuna, go ahead and use chicken. Let me give you a good tip though. Buy a roasted garlic flavored chicken from Walmart, take the skin off and shred the chicken. Buying the chicken is better than boiling it yourself, I think. But if that sounds better to you, then go ahead and do it. You can boil the chicken meat with garlic and salt. Make sure it is cold before you add it to the salad. Now we can add the 1 cup of pickled jalapenos and mix everything together. We need to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. Finally, I am going to add the cup of mayo and mix everything together. Our salad is ready and it smells so delicious, guys. My mouth is watering, you guys. It smells so good in my kitchen right now. Let's eat. Please subscribe to my channel, Cocina de Conchis, if you haven't done so already, and turn on the notifications so you won't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much and see you next time.